Before I met Deanna, I was really not in a great place in my faith. I lived my life by Jesus' teachings, but I didn't really go to church and I wasn't in prayer. I didn't ask God for anything. I was just living my life the best I could. When I was in high school, my father died of cancer when I was 17. It was a very hard time for me because he was a great man in my church, very well known, very respected, and to have God take him away like that suddenly in my adolescence was very, very difficult for me to believe and to understand. And so that really hindered my faith there, as well as I'm a very intellectual person. I had a lot of great questions about why the Bible was telling us certain things and why God does things, but not faith-based questions, intellectual-based questions. So when I met Deanna, she was not in the place where she wanted to be in her faith, but she knew that she had faith, and she desperately needed me to have faith as well for us to stay a couple. So the first time she brought me to High Point, it was the first time I had ever heard a minister speak to my intellectual side while still talking about God and faith. Deanna and I started meeting with James once a week at Starbucks, going through the story of redemption. And it answered a lot of my questions. We both grew in our faith together, which was very important to both of us. And it was very intellectual as well as spiritual and faith-based. So we studied with James for 2 or 3 months and got through the whole story of redemption. And by the end of it, I was at the place in my life where I was willing to give my life up to God. I wasn't fully where I wanted to be in my faith, but I had enough faith that I could trust Him to take care of everything that needed to go on. To take Deanna and I where we needed to go in our relationship, to take me in my faith and my church life to where it needed to go, and to just trust Him. We talked about the things that we wanted to do in our lives to further God's teachings and grow His ministry. And one of the things I said was I wanted to become a leader in the church and really be able to help those that have been through the kind of things that I've been through.